I got a doozy here for you today. If you've been paying attention to the channel, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I've been excited to get this thing in my hands. I've been shopping amplifiers and Class D amps in particular for quite a while. Finally able to make the purchase, get the migration to Class D started. And so I have for you the NAD Master Series M23. Not just an unboxing here. We will open it up, take a look, give it an overview, talk a little bit about why I specifically went in this direction, why I was drawn to this brand, to this model, and all of that. And then going forward in the content, of course, this is going into the system. This one will be driving the living room, the M23. It's a 2-channel amplifier, but we'll see. There could be, who knows, stay tuned, there could be more NAD Master Series in the future, particularly for the home theater coming up. I contemplated as well not even doing like the kind of unboxing portion of it in the video, but then I actually got to opening this thing up. If you watch the live streams, the podcast, I actually did it. I did it already kind of once live there, and I was kind of flabbergasted and super impressed by the actual packaging of the unit, let alone the unit itself. I honestly think this is some of probably, arguably, the most protected and just complete home theater boxing packaging that I've seen for a piece of high-end equipment. A lot of times you open something up like this and you've got your unit, your very expensive multi-thousand-dollar unit, right, kind of just floating in some styrofoam or like a foam like bracing structure kind of in the open air of the box, that if something penetrated that box, right, it's coming all the way through to mar your unit. As you're going to see here, this is a whole different animal in terms of the packaging here. A lot of intelligent thought to the boxing and no expense spared to make sure that this thing ships and moves and arrives well protected and undamaged. So again, Master Series, NAD, M23, Purify amplifiers, 200 watts per channel, 2-channel amplifier. Just absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look here. All right, so it actually wasn't that heavy to lift. I mean, I think total shipping weight on this is about 40-ish pounds, I want to say. 20-some pounds for the amplifier itself. It's Class D, so it doesn't need to be 150 pounds. Right off the bat, though, we got the double box with a nice graphic interior labeled box here, M23. Stereo power amplifier. I'm going to set this down and bring the interior box up. All right, big black box here. As all these companies start to get more eco and earth friendly, I wonder if we'll start to see a little bit less of this. If you think about it, like why waste all this black ink just for a box in a box that's going away? But if we open this thing up, here's where it really gets impressive. So right off the bat, again, we're not looking at a unit floating in kind of a weak foam bracing. We have this like top section of coverage. There's one box of accessories in here. I'm just going to set this aside for the moment. We'll get to that in a second. But this is like, hopefully all recycled, heavy duty cardboard. It's basically like a sandwich. If this was the top piece of bread, the amp itself is sandwiched right in the middle. And this is thick, right? So these pieces meet up. So anything coming through the side of this box, if it got punctured, has to go through not just 2 boxes, but all of this internal bit as well. Not only that, but I like to see this in home theater boxes too. We've got these hard cardboard corner pieces, so it's giving the box itself rigidity, it's giving it structure. If this thing gets dropped on a quarter, right, it's giving it support and all that. So let's take the amp out. I'm going to just set that aside too for just a second. The amp itself is sitting in like yet another protective piece of cardboard down there. We've got a second box of accessories. Get to that after the fact. And then again, just to kind of show this off, this is the bottom piece, right? The bottom slice of bread of our NAD M23 sandwich here. Just fantastic. Silica packs and other things in there. Mold and mildew protection. Yeah, I thought this was fantastic. Again, big deal, right? It's just a box, but hey, it's coming safe, it's coming secured. If for some reason I ever do resell this thing, man, definitely hang on to this box. Hang on to this box to ship it. All right, let's look at the real deal, right? Let's look at the amp. Gotta always make sure your fly is zipped in these unboxing videos. In any case, we got a nice bag here, printed on it, NAD Master Series. Open this up and let's slide this beauteous thing out. Look at that. Look at that fit and finish. Be nice and gentle here. And I did buy this. This is not just a demo review unit. Thanks to Dan DiCarlo at AudioVision and his folks through his contacts and distributors that made getting a hold of this possible. So there we are. I love the black and silver kind of motif, the way the screws are inset, holding it together, the ventilation. One of the nice things that I really like about the Anthem gear is like looking through the top and seeing kind of the signature red PCBs. If we look in here, we can kind of see the Purify modules and stuff. Just looks top class, top notch all the way. That front end, just beautiful. Black and silver again. NAD logo there. We'll have to see when I fire it up what lights up on that UI. Printed M23 right there. If we take a look at the sides, got a little bit more kind of side ventilation. So there's a convection effect going on there, right? We've got some air kind of coming in through the sides and able to vent out the top. Flip it around, we'll take a look at this back panel. Yeah, and this is a 2-channel amplifier, so we've got 2 pairs, nice high quality speaker binding posts, all gold and whatnot. I like the 2-tone on the panel. I give the props to Anthem for the white and black coloring on the back panel. We've got that kind of like a gold and black differentiation here. Just makes it look striking. Power switch, of course, 3-prong power connector, grounding plug there. If you've got some noise, you've got some hum, you've got some ground loops. I don't think there's a better option than having our devices have real grounded connections on the back versus having to do the screwy stuff where you scratch off some of the paint of the unit or tie into a chassis screw. So I always like to see that on my devices in case you really need it. It's invaluable if you need it, and if not, right, so be it, it's there. RCA inputs, heavy duty gold, and then of course the XLRs. That's what I'll be using with the STR. A couple of configuration options down here. We have individual selector switches to flip the right and the left channels between the RCA and the XLR inputs. We've got a 12-volt trigger in. This is where one of the misses, in my opinion, is on this unit. There is no 12-volt trigger loop out, in my opinion. If you're going to do triggers, come on guys, come on, NAD in this case. Every device that has a trigger input should have a loop output in case we need to cascade out to other devices and trigger other devices in our system. And in my case, I definitely do. So bummer on that. Gain switch between a couple of different levels. LED level, so that there will be some light elements, I think, on the front of the unit. We can control the brightness with that, and then a bridge mode option as well to turn it from a 2-channel amp into a functional monoblock. If we flip it over here, take a quick look at the bottom, we've got a little more ventilation. Again, that convection cooling from the sides through the bottom, venting out the top. Nice pointed feet here. Again, this thing just screams high-end fit and finish. Love it. One of the things in one of the accessory boxes here, aside from kind of our documentation, we don't need to go into that, but right here are our feet. So the feet are a dual assembly. That's a magnet, right? Magnet, almost basically like pinpoint isolation puck feet. So keep that in mind for whatever surface you're going to actually be putting this on. I'm going to be setting mine on a shelf in my rack. I hope the dimensions work out fine from front to back, that this isn't actually, the distance of the feet isn't wider than the depth of the shelf, so that everything sits nice and flat and flush the way that it's supposed to. I think looking at the dimensions, it should work out fine. So magnetic isolation-ish puck feet there. Flip it back over very, very carefully. And then the last the last box, second box, essentially is the power cords. They do include 2 regions of power cords out of the box here. Nice, hefty, thick gauge. We have like a North America, US region there, and then a Euro style type plug. All right, so let's talk for a minute kind of about why this unit. And there's definitely lots of Class D options out there, and certainly some other options that would be considered perhaps a better value purchase, where you could get similar modules, right, or same amplifier modules for less money. I would say that for me, I've kind of been looking at this brand for quite a while, and I do value build quality and the aesthetics and stuff, and I am prepared to spend some money for that in my systems and in my setups. Yeah, for now, this is going to go in my rack here. I'll show that in a second. It's going to be down in the basement. At least for me, throughout my system, I do have a pedigree of so let's say premium or luxury brands of equipment that both operate and look the part, and I'm very partial to that in this sense. But I think there's also something to be said about going with the brand. I think NAD is a long-standing, established brand. As I understand it, NAD played a big role in the development and, like, say, evolution of the modules that are going in here. There's a lot of like really high-end engineering with regards to like the implementation of these Purify modules in this device, the power supply elements, and kind of other electronic operational pieces. Maybe at some point I can get some of the folks on the channel. Would be cool. We can kind of do a deeper dive live stream podcast talking about some of those elements. But I'm an engineer. I'm a computer engineer by trade. Hardware, software, or the integration of those two is kind of where my professional wheelhouse is. I'm a stickler for good looking, strong presenting engineering in the electronics that I buy. And so for me, this satisfies that very, very well. If you look at the pedigree of the other reviews that are out there, Gene at Audioholics has looked at some of the NAD stuff. I think specifically this unit as well, and it's just aces. Other outlets that really put the NAD Masters modules through their paces just give them absolutely outstanding remarks. Amazing performance, low noise floors, super quiet, precise, accurate, right? All of that. We're not talking about warm sounding amplifiers. We're not talking about distortion or coloration of the sound, right? Just pure, unadulterated cleanliness. And that's really what I'm kind of valuing and what I'm after in this purchase decision. I will be running this with my Anthem gear. For the living room, there'll be an Anthem STR ahead of this, is what I own right now. And downstream of it, of course, is a pair of Focal 1000 IW LCR6 series in-wall speakers. I think that Anthem NAD Focal matchup is just going to be aces, and I've heard a number of folks, including some of my industry friends, really kind of applauding the integration of those brands and the results that we should get part and parcel with it. I'm setting a high bar of expectation here, but my hope or my plan is when I get this thing wired up, I go put my ear next to those speakers in the living room, and I hope to hear nothing. I really hope to hear dead silence, where I've otherwise have had a little bit of higher noise floor and some integration annoyances between specifically the A52 Plus Parasound and those Focal specific speakers. That model of amp and that specific model of speakers hasn't been a good match. The A31 is a much better match, but I think this will be a preferable option overall. Just to give the idea too of where we're going with this. So the Anthem STR is here, the STR preamp, and I've got 2 rack amplifiers, Triad rack amps. Those are 350 watt amps, Class Ds, that drive the subwoofers that are up in my living room. What I'm planning to do is move this stuff for the living room over to the left side of the rack in conjunction with the NAD. So we'll be looking at STR, NAD, and then the Triad rack amps underneath it. It's going to give me room on the right hand side of the rack to free up for possibly some other tall U equipment that I really hope may be coming to experiment with and play with in the channel here in the future. Of course, the Parasounds are still here. The theater side of the NAD migration won't be complete until the Parasounds are sold and move on. And my plan now is introduce a pair of the NAD M28s, same module as this on the theater side. I may, depending on how things go, I may even consider selling the rack amps and putting in a second M23 for the in-wall subwoofers. And I know some of what I'm saying folks may disagree with. They might be calling it overkill, like looking to run this level of amplifier and purify modules across all the speakers. But I'm okay with that because for the long run, I don't know where all my speaker choices are going to end up. Hey, I think in the long run, I might have a full 7 bed layer or even 9 of Focal 1000 Utopias. And if that's the case, I want an amplifier like this driving all those speakers. So I think this is one of those moves that I hope sets me on the home theater path, sets me up on the home theater path for a long while to come without feeling more of a need or more of a desire to change anything. I want to get a lot of life out of these units. Not to say that I might not end up testing or demoing or reviewing other types of amplifiers or other amps along the way, but there's definitely a difference between kind of what I want my bass system to be and what I want to own and what else may come through my hands as a result of kind of having the whole channel. So I'm going to get this thing set up here very shortly and look for the coming full, more kind of detailed review video once I put it through its paces, once I get it measured up, once I get my Arc Genesis calibration all redone for the living room, kind of my, again, complete thoughts about it, how it works, and what I think about it will be forthcoming. If you're looking for one of these, I've got a couple of recommendations for you, of course. My friend Dan DiCarlo at AudioVision. If you're interested, reach out to me either via email or jeremypyle.com. I can put you in touch with Dan. And also Audio Advice also sells NAD equipment. I have an affiliate there, links down in the description below. Although one thing to keep in mind, I believe with Audio Advice and NAD is I don't know if you can necessarily just go on to the webpage and buy one. I think you may have to call for some of the specific models and some of the Masters series stuff and kind of discuss that on the phone. At the time of recording this video, I believe the MSRP of this guy is $3,750. By no means an inexpensive purchase. This is a premium amplifier with a premium fit and finish, or premium build quality, hopefully premium performance, or I expect very much premium performance to match up with all of that, and a price point to go with it. But NAD as a brand, again, is one that I've really been excited by looking at, and now super awesome to have my first NAD product here in the Techthusiasm home theater spaces. So sound off in the comments. Are you an NAD fan? Do you own any of their stuff? What do you have? What do you think about it? Otherwise, please do all the other regular YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, share the video, hit the bell for notifications for that future content, and come on back for more home theater discussion. And man, all kinds of fun here lately in the Techthusiasm home theaters. Thanks.